So I'm sitting here with the wonderful Lillian. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Let us know what event we're at and what your founder story is.
So my name is Lillian Victoria Ng, and I help founders, CEOs, and entrepreneurs build high-performing teams by elevating their identity and leadership. I'm also the founder of Next Gen Leadership Academy. Next Gen Leadership Academy, we're equipping the youth to be prepared for what's coming next in the future. Because right now we live in the world of AI. There's a lot of fear, a lot of change that's happening. We don't want them to be replaced by AI, but we want to equip them to be able to lead AI.
Okay, amazing. And what kind of experiences have you had leading up to this point? How did you get these speaking gigs that you're excited about and the foundation you're starting? Tell me a little bit about your experience and journey and how you ended up to this place today.
Okay. I became a leadership coach because I had my own startup. I raised money, I had my own team, it didn't work out. And I had to understand why. I had to understand what didn't work out, and I started to study leadership. I started to study what the success is, what is important to build a team, a company. And that's how I got into leadership coaching. I was before I was a coach, I worked in entertainment, which is a very entrepreneurial business. You have the high of highs, you have the low of lows. It is a rat race. So when I got out of it, I sought mentorship from the late Bob Proctor. He is known for human potential. And when I got into it, that's when I started to change everything. The way I think, the way I look at businesses. And I pretty much fell in love with building people. I feel like, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. I am meant to build companies, not just for myself, but shepherd leaders and raise leaders around the world. And what's the other question?
That was more, even more than I would have asked.
Okay, cool.
That's amazing.
That was my story. I was just kind of went off. And then you said, you want me to talk about my speaking or no?
Yeah, I mean, what is it about these speaking engagements? So you're hosting an event tonight.
Yeah,
We're here at
yeah.
Survivor. You're getting ready. We're opening up the whole
Yes.
podcast for Survivor here with you.
Oh, what's interesting? I was very much the person that was always sitting in the back room. Like, I would never be on stage. But when I went through my own transformation, when I decided to step in to be a leader myself, I became a public speaker. Warren Buffett always says this, two things. One, invest in yourself. Two, be really good at public speaking. So what I decided to do is take something I was really weak at, that I was terrified and want to run away from, and I want to make it into my centerpiece. And that's how I became a speaker. So I do keynote speaking for corporates, for charity events, for TCVN, because I fell in love with people. So my whole point is, when you're terrified of something, when you're facing fear, but you have to get through it to get to where you wanted to go, face it. Don't run away from it. And that's why I do what I do.
Amazing. You brought up a good quote from Warren Buffett. There's a good quote from Jeff Bezos. You got to use fear as like a tailwind for your success. So have it drive you forward. How have you grown, and what have you learned from these speaking engagements that you think makes you a better human overall and helps you connect more with the people that you're trying to serve?
Yeah. So one thing when I got into speaking is, for me, I'm able to use the same 1 hour or the same 5 minutes, and I can speak to multiple people, hundreds, thousands. My goal is to be able to speak in front of thousands of people. And you will grow, right? When I first did my first online virtual webinar, speaking in front of 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, it was scary. But I'm sharing this with you because when we start doing something new that we've never done before, it's always going to feel scary. The thing is, you got to face it. I call it the knowing and doing gap. You take action. That's how the confidence come in. When you take the action, when you keep moving forward, you're building a skill set. The most important thing is you are going to make mistakes. Embrace those mistakes. I see people all the time, oh, I'm so worried I'm going to mess up. You're going to mess up. I used to be that person because how I was taught. I love messing up now because guess what? Every single time I make a mistake, I don't make the same mistake. I learn from it. I always tell my kids this, what do you do when you fall? You get back up. And that's what we're here to do.
Right. What, for people who might be entering public speaking as well, what are the big mistakes that you made that you've learned from in your first public speaking engagements that you don't make anymore?
Not prepared. I would say just always prepare. Visualize, prepare it. I would do it in my house to my cat, to my kids, to my whole family. I would do it in my driving and fall in love with it. Oh, another thing. Don't memorize things. I used to memorize it, and it just does not sound natural. It's okay to make mistakes. And be you. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to be like a Tony Robbins or Jeff Bezos, whoever's on stage. Be unapologetically you. And the you will come out the more you start doing it. And this isn't just like public speaking, coaching or whatever. This is like even when you do your business, because you are the brand of your business. You set the culture for your business, and who you are, you're going to attract the right team players. You're going to create the culture to be able to build people which are building your company.
Exactly. Build people, help them build what you got going on. I love it.
Yeah.
And then you have a show as well. You have a podcast that you're starting, right? Tell us a little bit about it. The overnight.
Yeah. So TCBN, we are starting my first overnight success. And in this podcast, we are going to be interviewing founders that had sold and exit companies. And we're also going to have founders that you're going to be interviewing be on the podcast too. We're here to support people. And the biggest thing is, it's called my first overnight success because really, that's a myth. People see in a highlight reel, it's cool. They think they could do it. Yeah, we could all do it, but there is a lot of work that happens in the dark. We want to bring that out so we could all learn from it. What mistakes have they made? How did they fail? What was the mindset they had? How did they push through? Because I will tell you, it takes a certain kind of mental strength to be able to start a business, keep it going, and then be able to exit. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying that there is something you want to learn from these people because, like I always say, entrepreneurs, they're like athletes. They're busy. They're full of energy. You know why they're full of energy? Because there is a vision that they see. So they wake up, they're energized, they're creating, they're manifesting, they're putting it into form, talking to people, putting the deals together, putting it into action until they can see the results. That's why they're full of energy. Very different than a paycheck.
Right, exactly. Well, on that note, full of energy. I'm ready, really excited for you in this event tonight. Last question I have before you go and rock this show, which is what you're about to do.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be human?
Give back. For me, to be human is to learn from all the human experience that we have. Let every single person know that their story is unique. We're not here to compare. We want to own our story. We want to own our talent. We want to own our legacy. And even, in life is full of, for many people, abandonment and betrayals and setbacks. We all go through that. Right? There is no perfect life. But one thing I do want to encourage everyone is take that, turn your pain into art, turn your setback into comeback. Like that's how I use it. I use that anger that I have when I didn't work out, when someone rejected me, when I failed. And I realized that's not an identity, it's just an experience. And I turn that into fuel and I make it into my hero moment. And that is my comeback time. And that is every single person, founder, entrepreneur, everyone in this world, we're all going to go through it. So be the creator of your story, your life, and your business, because your business is the service that you are giving back to people. And that's what I think is important. It's to foster that and then build community. And it's okay to be vulnerable to share it because when you are able to share, people are able to connect and they also feel like they're heard too.
All right. Well, that's a very beautiful message. Thanks for sharing all this.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for you. We're going to do more. This is the start
let's
of
do it. This is just the beginning.
Just the beginning. A quick intro to what we're going to be doing here. So let's build the community. TCBN 13. Let's get it. You're going to rock it.
Thank you.
See you out there in the free world. Let's go.
See you in a bit. Let's give it up to Shota. If you enjoy what you heard today, make sure that you subscribe to our podcast, share this episode with a friend, and join our community. We are dedicated to supporting founders and bring you more powerful stories from entrepreneurs, investors, and leaders who are building something meaningful. And a special shout out to Shota for coming to our events, supporting our community, and interviewing the founders who are a part of it. So let's show Shota some love by checking out his podcast, The Free World Show. We will include in links in the episode description. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.